same logic, we come to our next point, which is known as the gap filling theory, and this is very much linked with the island reversal theory. Very important question. Can it be only one support or there can be multiple supports? Multiple support. This is broken, this is the next support. This is broken, this is the next support. So once it was a support, okay, it broke. Then you drew this as a support. Okay, now it has started going up. Line extended. Now this will be the resistance. Correct? What is a strong support? Very important question. What do we mean by strong support? That same level has been tested multiple times. Only 1 and 2. I'm not yet 100% convinced whether this is support or not because I have only 2 touch points for this. Okay, sometimes we can see a support way back in time. Oh, way back in time support. I'll show you this fun part. Can you see this? Tick, 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 tick. Everyone pay attention to the important point coming up. Can you see there's a big sideways trend here? Very much. Achha, now in such a case, can I draw an exact line or will I be able to draw a range of support and range? Okay, so here, what am I doing? Here you can also, rectangle kahan pe aata hai? Here kya? Huh? Which button? Brush button. Haan, brush button, correct. Correct. See, is it visible to your eyes also? It's moving in that band only. Okay, now you can see here, what is the upper level? Achha, you can also, of course, this is not that precise. Now this is way too precise. Because see, this is touching here, and again touching here, and again touching here, again touching here, and coming down again. And this is the point of impact. It has broken out. Achha, even the breakout in the low is touching there, see? See? Correct? So this level is of what? Here you can see 15,900. Can you see? See, as I'm moving the cursor this line, you can see the number on the right hand axis. On the right axis you have to see. This is the level of what? 15,900. And this is the level. So here you can see this big candle open, and this also you can see the lowest point. Correct or not? Just to be a little bit more precise. Okay. Now this is the level of what? 15,500. Okay. When is this time frame? June 21 to August 21. Oh. June 21 to August 21. Okay. Now what we will do is I'll just try and zoom out. So instead of this, so just keep on looking for this. Okay. It didn't look back. It just went up to the moon. And now see here. Okay. It fell from this side till where? Let us see what is this level. Again 15,800. Did it fall within our rectangle? Range of our rectangle. See. So from here. So is it fine? Is it very hard to break this down? We have a solid support here being built in the last year. And from what time frame? From June to August. June, July, August. 3 months it has spent in that range. The last COVID peak. Absolutely. Last wave of COVID. Correct. So can I say this range, upper end of somewhere around 15,800 and lower range of somewhere around 15,500 is very difficult to be gone away. Just like that. What difficult? So that is the reason why if you remember my live stream, I told that I don't see markets going very easily down from here. But just in case some macroeconomic news comes up. I'm sure you might have heard about Finland also saying that we are also joining NATO. And one more country. Sweden? I forgot the name. Finland and one more country saying now we also want to join NATO. Now your other Russian but again that can be bad news. Correct? But otherwise, right now I see that as a very, very strong support zone is what I can say. Okay. And that is the reason why I see the same range, it saw support here, bounce back from here, and we're again in that zone right now. Same zone we are in right now. Are you getting me? Yes? So earlier, go and see at the back, where can we see a similar support? If that is seen, that's a very strong support. Who has that question? Can I say this is a very strong support? I can see a same range 1 year ago, and that too same range for 3 months back to back. That's a solid support is what I say that. Is this okay? Going back, all questions about support resistance, how to draw shortcuts if you want to write down. Alt H is the shortcut for horizontal line to draw a support. If you want to draw a trend, it is Alt T. Drawing a trend line is Alt T. And if you want to draw a vertical line, Alt V. Shall I stop? Sorry? Alt V? No, vertical support, no, vertical line draw. If you want to draw a vertical line, it's Alt V. Okay, now as I mentioned, sometimes support can also be slanting. Can I say this is a slanting support? Correct? So here there was one wick which was touching another wick, open, went up, another wick touching, another body touching, and down. Directly went down. Support broken badly. Can I say kind of retest? And again down. And again kind of retest. And then down. Okay? So, again one last time. What are we talking about right now? Can support also be slanting? It can be. You have to, and again, identifying slanting supports will take some time. It will take a lot of practice. I was able to confidently draw slanting supports almost after 3 months of practice. Confidently. But now I can just see and say, okay, this is support. That level of conviction you get if you're doing that at least 3 months of practice. Okay, but there is one amazing thing that we have just started from this month only. If you're visiting my website, rachanaranade.com, in that we have started a blogs section. And if you happen to see that, this is the blog section. This is to be checked every single day. Okay? If you click here, what are we trying to do is that we are trying to show a chart every single day. Screenshot. This will give you good practice. And we are writing everything up. What is the name of the stock? What is the pattern? This is your study, this is not a tip. Okay. Time frame also we are writing daily, weekly, what? And then observation. This is equal to spoon feeding. But still, this will help you. From Monday to Friday, daily we are posting. We started this month only. Free of cost, very important. Very helpful it is. Thank you. Daily somewhere around what? 3? Roughly around 3. We try. Okay. So here, who can tell me what is this now? Is this kind of resistance? Yes. Okay. So, oops, sorry. So this is what that you have to check without not fail every single day. This will give you a lot more conviction. This is again daily time frame Gujarat gas. See, strength kind of support, again a support, again a support, going up. So what time? Double bottom. Okay, double bottom. What is this? One bottom hit and another bottom hit. And so it's like a W basically. Can you visualize a W? Actually, there are a lot of indicators that I put up here. Can be a bit confusing. Just check one more time. I don't see Bollinger Band being used in your observation for this one. If it is not that useful, or you're talking about Bollinger Band challenge, you're doing this. Achha, okay. Then other because it can be kind of a khichdi for a new person. So whatever is irrelevant data, maybe we can cut it out. Okay. Chalo, okay. So anyways, you'll get this more and more as you see more and more charts. But this is your daily homework from today, Monday to Friday. Okay. More and more charts you see, more and more you read, you'll get more and more conviction. Okay. Absolutely. We have those who are anyone who's a pro investor member here. YouTube pro investor member. Wow, almost 50, more than 50%. Impressive. So Polycab was one of the stock of the month, and solar also we had discussed. I guess last month only, and the results came out amazing, fantastic, and saw run up like 8 to 10% I guess in one single day. Big breakout. So anyways, that is just analysis that we try to put forward. Thankfully, many times it has worked, but no one can guarantee that it will work every single time. We're human beings, we can very well do wrong. But at least we try to put down our analysis. So for example, for Polycab, those who are pro investor members, please keep on checking the community tab. In the community tab, I've given a very detailed reason as to why I feel Polycab can have a reversal right now, with all fundamental analysis reasons. The YouTube pro investor membership is more from fundamental analysis angle. Blogs are mainly from technical analysis angle. And news also, one to news also for that. So it's all your purpose, will help you in education. Complete package. Ask register kara. Okay. Right. So going ahead with the gap filling theory, we have already actually, while seeing so many charts, I've seen this, you just don't know it is called as the gap filling theory. What does it mean? Everyone just focus on the screen, you'll get it in the next 2 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this? Quick answers. This is support. From this level, this candle opens up. Can you see a big gap here from here to here? This is a gap. And this is the gap down. Why gap down? Because there was a gap and it opened down. So gap down. Simple. Chalo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Resistance and gap up. Basic stock market. Gap up, gap down. Now what does this price action gap filling theory tell us? That gaps once created generally are filled. Means if a gap is created, then there will be a retest. Gap filling means that will be retested again. There's a great chance that it may get retested. Okay, so if I were to tell you, there are, again, this is a lot of theory, but I'll tell you the important ones. Okay, so what can happen? First one is known as a runaway gap. This next 5 minutes are really crucial. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. Okay. The very first one is a breakaway gap because gaps and island come together. If you don't understand gaps, you might not understand what's an island. So next 5 to 7 minutes you won't understand 2 key concepts. Okay. So what is a breakaway gap? It is a gap that occurs when price breaks out of a pattern or a support or a resistance or a trend line or a channel, whatever. So if you remember, I told you 1, 2, 3 resistance, and this is called as a breakaway gap. Okay. Is it breaking the resistance? Yes. And it is saying, I'm not even defending the resistance. I'm going directly above it. So it is as good as one ball is needed. And directly 6. Breakaway. Okay, directly going beyond what was required. Okay, so this is a solid gap. That's called as a breakaway gap. Now, let us say once a resistance is broken and once a gap is created, can I say that is a sign of a big possible up move? Because it's not a normal breakout also, it's a breakout with a gap. So can I say who can do that? Can people like you and me, retail individual investors, can create a breakaway gap? It's very difficult. Institutional investors, they are directly buying 1 crore shares, 2 crore shares, something like that. So huge demand, huge buying, and that is the reason why because of excess demand and limited normal supply, there is a big gap up. You understand why a gap up happens? Yes? Okay. So please tell me what will be the buying zone for a institutional investor? They are going to place their order somewhere here. Correct? And this is where they have been able to open this. So this is going to be the buying price, huge demand created, and this is where it opens up. Okay, do you hear? Yes? Now what will happen? Is there a possibility that because of this huge demand and huge breakout gap, can the upward journey continue? Yes. And in the upward journey also, can there be a few more gaps? Means few more gaps means a few more gap ups. Few more gap ups. Okay, in the upward journey. These gap ups are called as either a continuation gap up or also called as a runaway gap up. So one more time. Everyone, there was a resistance. Everyone with me? Yes, there was a resistance. Was there a breakout candle or chi? This is very fun to target. We directly open with a gap. Open with a gap. That is called as a breakout gap. Can this be a very powerful gap? Okay. With this powerful gap, upward journey goes on. Can there be gap ups in between also? Yes, these are called as runaway or continuation gaps. Simple to hear. Okay. No. Let's not jump to conclusions that will it happen in penny stocks or not. It can happen at many places in normal stocks also. It can happen. Okay. Okay. Don't ask questions in between. It will break my link. Okay. So runaway gap, continuation gap is okay. Can it go on and on and on and on to the moon? To the moon agreed, but 100 ka, 200 ka, 300 ka, 1000 and 5. Somewhere it will exhaust. Sab jayega. Even if there has been, so please understand, those big players who enter at that base gap, breakaway level, they will also book profit somewhere, no? To get the money back, they will book profit somewhere. And their booking profit means they are selling in lakhs and crores. Okay. So now at one point in time, what happens, understand, there can be a breakaway gap, continuation gap, and then the stock is tiring out. So there can be few more gaps, but these are called as the exhaustion gaps. Like I told you yesterday, a runner is running. At one point in time, he's going to get tired, no? And that tiredness feeling, that level is going to be called as an exhaustion gap. The only big question is, how do I identify? I can easily identify a breakaway gap. Why? It is going to come at a resistance. Easily. I can understand it. Continuation gap is in the same trend. Agreed. But how do I understand whether it's an exhaustion gap or not? So typically what happens is that after, so please understand this, exhaustion gap, we understand after it has been formed. After we see a downtrend, then we come to know, oh, that was not a continuation gap, that was an exhaustion gap. But that's still okay because you have identified the reversal pretty early. You're not able to catch the exact up, but you have understood it at a comparatively early stage. Because once the exhaustion gap has been created, then there's a chance that this might be the starting point of a downward journey. Are you understanding this? Yes. So just have a look at this. What is this? Break. Why breakaway gap? Why breakaway gap? Answer your correct, but answer with conviction. Because of resistance. There is a resistance, correct? Now, where have the retail individual investors bought? Also, where have the big players bought? They bought at this level. The closing of the candle, they bought huge demand at last minute. They bought, let us say. Next day opening with solid gap. Okay? So it opened here and again going up and up. This is like a runaway gap. Now, in my chart, I have said this is an exhaustion gap. But wait, to be honest and to be practical, no one can understand in the beginning only that this was an exhaustion gap. Had this moved higher and higher, I would have renamed that as a continuation of runaway gap. Continuation of runaway same. But because I saw that from here it has started its downward journey, now I conclude that this is an exhaustion gap. But still, can I say I'm comparative with the start point? I was not able to catch the exact up. Agreed. But still, this is kind of a starting of the downtrend. Still happy? Is this clear? Well, you can't short, you can't open fresh shots. But you can at least book your profits if you entered somewhere here after the breakaway gap. Everyone understood? Yes. Now, one very, very, very important concept. If you have understood this, here, can there be another gap? Here, assume there is a gap. Okay, and it opens here down. So now, please visualize this gap and this gap, and assume it is going down, down, down. This is like a hat, topi. Can you visualize this? This is a man. This is a man. And here there is a gap. Here there is a gap. There is just a topi on top of that. Also called as an island. Why island? There is no land here. There is no land here. Water. Gap. And there are candles here. That is what we call as an island. So to draw it, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take some example. Now can you visualize this? This is, here you can see water. Here you have water. No land in between. And that is why we call this as what? We call this as an island top. Now let me ask you a question. Island top will come ideally at breakout gap or breakaway gap or a continuation gap or an exhaustion gap. Are you getting me? It will ideally come at an exhaustion gap. When will I come to know that it is an exhaustion gap? After some time, after some days. Once you see that your downward journey has started. Is this absolutely clear? Yes. Now come some very interesting examples. Okay, I'll show directly, not here. One minute, let me just complete. You have a doubt in the same thing that I've got? Yes, okay, then ask me. There can be a retest after a breakout also, absolutely. Why not? He's saying after a breakout can there be a retest? Yes, why not? So one, you can imagine something like this. Okay, everyone pay attention. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Which is this gap? Breakaway gap. Okay, then it is testing here again. Okay, and from here again, this one. So you're asking whether this is also a breakaway gap or not. But this is not coming after a resistance breakout. This is just bouncing back from the support. It is just confirming or continuing the trend. Okay, and by the way, these are just nomenclatures. Finally, it's a gap. And you have to understand the interpretation of that gap. What is the interpretation? After a long resistance, if there is a big gap up opening only, that is a very solid gap up and very solid chance that it might move up higher. Yes. Two gaps in between and still the trend is going on. It's going up. At one point in time, you understand, oh, the prices are reversing. Now the runner is tired. Exhaustion. Now it might come down. And if you see a similar gap, reversal is a classic reversal pattern. And you want to see a real life classic reversal pattern, which has happened very lately? No, wait, because it doesn't network chala, Nifty cycle. See this. Topi. I'm zooming this further if you want. See? This was going up, multiple gaps in Nifty right now. Okay, it's just, someone was asking me, why are there so many gap ups and gap downs these days? Because the VIX is very high right now. VIX? Yeah, VIX nahi. VIX is volatility index. Okay, which is what? Volatility index. When the volatility index is very high, there will be a lot of gap ups and gap downs. Basics of stock market. Fundamental basics of stock market only. Okay, so now understand. Here, from here can I see the upward journey has again started. Again, please pay attention here. Here there was a down move. Okay, down move and from here the upward trend has started. Okay, now pay attention, important. Upward trend has started. You can see some gap here. But this is just a gap. There is no name for this gap. Because there is no breakout also. Okay, I can just say this gap has started. This is continuing the pattern. This is also continuing the pattern. This is also continuing the pattern. Yes or no? One more time. Gap. Is it still in the uptrend? Gap still in the uptrend. Gap still in the uptrend. Gap still in the uptrend. Okay, I feel that it will go, but here I saw some reversal and then a gap down. Now what do you confirm that this gap was indeed a exhaustion gap? Are you getting my point? Yes. And see how properly it has reversed. Now again your question. Listen. नहीं. इधर brush होता ना? नहीं. इधर brush होता. Okay. See everyone 100% attention. Last part now. It broke down. It gave a gap. Yes. Now can I say this is going to be a pretty strong support? Sorry, I'm in resistance. 1 minute. Let me just extend this further. Not drawn it properly as such, but it's okay. I just extended this right now. Okay. Now what happened again? Please pay attention. This was an island reversal. Correct? Can you see the gap? This was the gap. Another. Can you see another gap here? Yes. Has it directly gone down? No. Is there a one attempt to retest? Gone down. Again an attempt to retest. Two retests. Crash. Are you with me? Yes. Island reversal is a very classic point for showing the reversal. So if someone could have shot Nifty, I have shot Nifty. Okay, this happened, and there was news coming up that now there's a great chance that the overall policies and everything, mainly LIC IPO basically, because of LIC IPO, the government will ensure that they will not allow the markets to fall. You might have read such news also, right? They'll keep the market sentiment very bullish. So I shot after this silent reversal. One retest, two retest, somewhere here I was opening off. If the LIC IPO brings in positive sentiment, whatever I want, I'll also lose. And after that, big gap down and down. Regret. Okay, but be happy that you at least were able to identify the pattern and now we are just waiting badly for the reversal, right? Dukhi Atmas are actually waiting for the reversal right now. And now the LIC IPO will also ideally get listed in the current week. The coming week only will get listed, no? Abhi, Tuesday, 17th. So let's see how the sentiment opens up, and let's see on Monday if we can see some signs of reversal or not. So it's always fun to watch what is happening. But we'll always, as I mentioned, we'll always keep you updated on the website as well. Gaps, island tops, all clear? Yes? I'll just see if I've completed the discussion in the notes and then we can have a break. So, one last time, let me just focus on the notes. Did we discuss what is a gap? Focus on the screen, huh? Yes, why not? She's saying, should we check the gap with volumes or only gap is to be checked? Gap with volumes will give you greater conviction again. She's saying, will each and every gap be supported with good volume? Not necessary. But when will it have higher conviction? If it is gap with volumes. Okay? So discuss what is a gap, discuss what is a breakaway gap. Breakaway gap is at the time of? Everyone has to answer, last 2 minutes. Huh? Resistance. Okay? Runaway gap, continuation gap, just going on and on. Exhaustion gap, okay? Now, but when we understand that it is over, reversal will understand. Okay? Gap. Wow. Gap. What is that? Smooth reversal. Okay? And that will tell us what? That will tell us that now the downtrend has started. So this is typically called as an island reversal pattern. So this is the one that I showed you right now. But we didn't see this in the picture, we saw it in the actual chart. Correct?
तुलसी में जब से डाल देना.
Oh, we have also done this. I've already told you when to have a monthly chart and when to look at a daily chart and weekly 15-minute chart. Yesterday I told you, right? So if you are like an intraday trader, you can check a complete 15-minute chart. 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart. Right? If you are a short to medium term trader, then you should ideally be looking at the daily chart. You remember selecting that DMW 15-minute trader. And long term investor can look at weekly or monthly charts. Just maybe if you want to mark these. Which page number is that? 76. So that you get an idea which time frame is to be chosen. Long term, weekly or monthly, short to medium term, daily, and intraday, 15 minutes. And then post break, we start with indicators. And then